Well, President Obama is going to have to make a tough decision tonight and tomorrow. He will announce troop numbers for Afghanistan. Everybody believes that he will request maybe 30,000 or so American troops for Afghanistan. And there are a couple of questions, of course, that immediately come up. The first one is whether more troops are going to improve the situation, and secondly, how we're going to pay for it. The first one is that we already have more troops in Afghanistan than the Afghans have in their military forces. And so the issue is not so much whether Americans are going to solve the problem there, but whether I think Americans can train quickly an Afghan army that will bring about some peace and stability. The second issue is that how we're going to pay for it. Members of Congress would like to find some way to raise taxes and revenue to pay for it, because we now have learned that for every American soldier in Afghanistan, it's going to cost about $1 million a year for each soldier. That includes, of course, all of the backup and supply line and hospitals and all the other infrastructure. There are a lot of people who believe that we will probably never succeed in Afghanistan to produce a democratic government, kind of like a Western European or American type government. And secondly, that we probably can't create a stable government and also eradicate corruption and the power of these warlords and others that are there. My own personal view at this point is that you can have a stable government without a democracy, without eliminating corruption, without human rights. You can have pretty stable governments without all of that. It is, on the other hand, very unlikely that you can bring those things to a country that doesn't have much of a history of human rights, of a strong central government, or of democracy. And so I am very pessimistic that, given the rules that we've laid out, that we could do it. I think a strong sort of military government, a dictator of some sort in Afghanistan, who can work with the warlords and can bring the Taliban under control, probably would work, but apparently that's not what the U.S. expects. And so I believe that we're going to spend a lot of money and lives and probably not, in the end, get what we actually want. Pessimism, yeah, lots of pessimism.